All right. Well, welcome.
Ooh.
Tonight we're going to talk about the coaching opportunity. So I'm just really happy to see all of you guys on tonight. I'm going to do a screen share here. And basically what I'm going to do is just start out and just tell a little story about how I got started and how I found out about coaching. And then there's a few other coaches on the call that will also share their story of how they got started and how coaching has impacted their lives. And then we'll go through like the logistical stuff, like, what we do, how do you get started, maybe like any questions that you have, what coaches do and what we don't do, things like that. So just a little bit about myself. I am a wife. I've been married, gosh, I think our 15-year anniversary is coming up this year, I'm pretty sure. So it's a big one. I think. I don't know. I have to calculate that. Anyways, I have 4 kids. Aiden is 9, our oldest. Anna 7. Madeline's 5, and Marin is 2. I'm a runner. I've been running pretty consistently for about 4 or 5 years. We live in a very, very small town in the middle of Wisconsin called Loyal. Some of you may know where we are. My story, how I found out about the coaching opportunity, I wasn't on any social media at all. Like my husband, Adam, was very active on Facebook, and he encouraged me to get an account when we were in college. So I did, and I thought it was really dumb. Like I thought Facebook was the stupidest thing ever, and I never went on it again. So that's kind of the start and end to Facebook for me and social media. But when we got married, I was working in management for people with developmental disabilities. And once we started having kids, when we had Aiden, our oldest, we tried daycare for a month and a half, and it was really, really hard. I just couldn't continue working. My heart wasn't in my job anymore. It was the hardest thing ever, leaving him at childcare and daycare. And I felt like I was working to pay someone else to raise our kid. We were having him go part-time, and it was literally a mortgage payment for us to have him go to daycare. So I felt like I was working to pay for daycare. So we decided that I would leave my job at that time and then just stay home and raise our kids. Gosh, I am just a sweaty bucket. I'm sorry, guys. Then we had Anna very shortly after. I mean, they're only 15 months apart. So pretty much, a few months after we had Aiden, I was already pregnant with Anna. And then we had, 2 more. So 4 kids later, and about 7 years later, living on one income, we were just pretty strapped financially. Adam was working a pretty decent job, but he was driving 2 hours a day back and forth to work. So we never saw each other, literally. Weeknights, he wouldn't get home until 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night. And then, leave home by 6:30 the next morning, and then repeat, the next thing until the weekends rolled around. That's the only really family time that we ever had. And I just got really tired of, the kids not seeing their dad. And every night they'd ask me, was dad going to be home? And I had to tell them that they wouldn't see him until morning. And, we just never had a really, family life. When we knew we were done having kids, after Marin was about, 1 year old, we decided, that I would need to go back to work to help with our finances and just kind of change our situation. So I started looking at, possibly going back to school and whatnot. Really, to make a long story short, Adam was on Facebook, like I mentioned, and he had a friend from high school who was talking about online health coaching. So he didn't really know what it was, but he thought that might be something that I should look into. So I talked to his high school friend, and she filled me in on what we're filling you in on tonight, basically what we do as online health coaches. So my story is a little bit different how I got into it, because it was really for the income potential and for the business aspect. A lot of people find out about it because they join for the help with their own personal health and fitness goals. And then, they're, going through the accountability groups, and then the really awesome results. They start using the programs and the products, and they work for them. So then people start asking them what they're doing. So that's kind of, how most people, or a lot of people, get into it. But for me, it was really, the income potential and the flexibility to work from home on my kids' schedules, and, be able to still be present in their lives, because, daycare wasn't something that we were interested in doing. And, So anyway, I started coaching. Actually, my 2-year anniversary is tomorrow. So it'll be 2 years tomorrow when I started coaching. And, in that time, so last year I was a 2014 Elite 6-star Diamond Coach, which basically is a fancy title for my team. Basically, I have 6 diamonds on my team, so I've been able to duplicate my success with rock star coaches on my team. So it's not just me succeeding; it truly is a partnership with the coaches on our team. We all are colleagues with one another, and we all help each other and support one another to our business goals. And Insanity was my first Beachbody program, and since then I think I've done almost all of them. I love them. I'm addicted. So at this point, I'd like to hand it over to my sister Heather, who is actually a diamond coach on my team. And I know, Heather, I think you have some people that you've invited onto the call. So just to share maybe kind of your story, how you got started, and what it's meant for you. So I'll let you take it over, Heather.
You can put up. Yeah, if you can put up. So my name is Heather. As Marsha said, I am Marsha's sister. I am a wife, mom of 3 kids, dental hygienist, fitness instructor, runner. Those are a couple of the hats that I wear. I followed Marsha for about 18 months before I turned to the coaching opportunity. I was her biggest skeptic. I didn't support her in the beginning, and now I'm her biggest supporter, and I feel bad about that, but I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for that. So that's done. Okay. So 18 months later, after Marsha started her coaching, turned to Shakeology. I've always been in fitness. So Shakeology for me was the missing link to my fitness journey. It gave me the energy that I needed to have productive workouts. I felt better. It was just, I knew within 2 weeks of using it that this product I wanted to use, and I wanted my husband to use it. And I wanted to share about it. So I joined the coaching. First I tried Shakeology behind Marsha's back. I ordered it just online. I didn't go through her, which now I would never do, but I didn't want to admit that I was curious about it. So I tried it behind her back. I overpaid because I paid customer cost instead of preferred customer or coach cost.
You never told me you did that, Heather.
Yes, I have.
No, you didn't.
So 2 months later, I turned to Marsha and I'm like, okay, I love Shakeology. I know the fitness programs work. What do I need to do? So that's when in February I turned to the coaching. It didn't take me very long to dive into the support groups. I was full bore ahead because I wanted to share this products. So that's why I started. My why has changed quite a bit. So initially it was for Shakeology, just to get the discount. A week into a support group with Marsha, I knew that I wanted to run my own groups. So I started doing that right away. Then this last year, as you can see on the slide, Family Freedom is my first one. Our kids are almost 8, 9, and 11. In this last school year, they're just growing up way too fast before my eyes. So to me, to have something that gives me the freedom to work when I want, to make an income, contribute to our family around my family's time was really what drew me into this opportunity first and foremost. So then that touches on the financial freedom, and corporate freedom kind of are tied together. Financial freedom, giving me the ability to work wherever. If I'm on vacation, if I'm going to visit family for the weekend, I can still do what I do with my support groups no matter where I am. Corporate freedom ties into I'm not working hard for somebody else. What I put into this coaching opportunity in this business is what I get out of it. So I think a lot of us get tied up with, just working a 9-to-5 job, whether we love it or not. But, it just was really like, I'm not really getting anywhere. I'm working really hard and I love my other jobs, but I don't know, that we want to explore it more. What we get to do with coaching, help others first and foremost. It's all about helping people physically, emotionally. We support people. The feedback that others give in a group is just overwhelming, and it just feels really great. Personal development, improving upon myself so we can help others. Duplication is when we have our team duplicating, like Marsha has her team, I have my team, and repeating that so that we can see the paying it forward aspect of the coaching opportunity. Products, Shakeology, number one for me, and the fitness programs are amazing. They speak for themselves. And then sharing the opportunity, because a lot of people don't necessarily know what we can do or what we do. So sharing about all of those things so that people can be aware. So I started actively coaching in February. You can probably hop to the next slide, Marsha. My reason for coaching initially was, like I said, the Shakeology, but this just gives you an idea, and I'm very new compared to many of the others coaching, especially Marsha, but this gives you a glimpse at my earnings. For month one was $263.44, and my 6th month was $908.05. So to me, it allowed me to drop 1 day a week at the dental office that I was working so I could spend more time with our kids. Didn't have to do daycare this summer for the kids. So that to me, in a month's time, is a substantial amount of income that gave me some flexibility and freedom. And that, like I said, this is only 6 months in. It's doing it when I'm around all the other things that I'm doing. So if you can dedicate more time, it's strictly what you put out in is what you get out. But that's a little glimpse of what my earnings have been from where I started in today. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, Heather. Does anybody else, any of the other coaches on the call, want to jump in real quick and just share your story? Maybe 5 minutes or less. I don't know who else is all on.
I can hop on.
Okay.
All right. Not that you can see me right now. Unfortunately, I'm in a very dark room and I'm trying to get my son to sleep. My name is Kat, and although I'm a very new coach, I've only been here a week because of Marsha and how amazing she is. Beachbody has really been amazing to me. There was a point in my life where I was homeless. Actually, I would be homeless now if it weren't for my parents having taken in my son and I. He and I would be living in a women's shelter right now because I have no income. I'm living on food stamps, Medicaid, and I'm on a wait list for public housing, for government housing. And when Marsha had introduced this opportunity of Beachbody to me, it just completely made sense. I was sitting in a call just like this, just like you guys are now, and I was shown the potential of just being there, of putting in the work and being an advocate for these products, what that could do not only for my health, for my fitness, but for my financial well-being. And so far, so good. And I really couldn't be happier being one of Marsha's personally sponsored coaches. She is such an incredible coach. She's an amazing sponsor. And I would go so far. I haven't known her very long, but I would call her an amazing friend. She really is. She's been at my back. She's incredible. I can't say enough good about that woman, really.
Thank you so much, dear. You're awesome.
Yeah, you are too. But really, Beachbody for me, it gives me the opportunity to be financially stable. It gives me the opportunity to set a good health example for my son. And it gives me the opportunity to stay home with him. And that's really what I want to do. And Beachbody can help me do that. And it can help you do that too. It's amazing that way.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Kat. I'm so happy to have you here.
Yay!
The next coach I want to have tell her story is Ashley. And she was one of my first working coaches when I started working my business. And I'm so happy that you're on tonight, Ashley. I'll hand it over to you.
days today. So.
There, I got you unmuted.
That'd be a bonus. Okay, now if I can see myself. Okay. Hey, I'm Ashley. Sorry, I'm a cluster right now. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am from Wisconsin. I just moved to Texas about 2 months ago. I started at a challenge group a little over a year and a half ago, starting in October. So almost coming up on 2 years. And I had just come back from Australia and New Zealand. I was doing an internship out there, which was really awesome. But coming back to the U.S., let's just say we like to sit on our butts here in the U.S. compared to over there where you're hiking and going around all the time. So it was a completely different mindset when I moved back. So it was kind of crazy. I had gotten a full-time job, and I partially missed it sometimes, but I was on my butt all day long. And I was working 3 jobs. So I was working Globe, I was working Quick Trip, and I was working Hawaii. And I was running rampant because I never had time for myself. And my boss, who is actually Marsha's husband, Adam, he was losing all this weight. And I was like, what is this guy doing? Like, we work and we're sitting like the same amount of time each day. So I was really confused. And he also had tore his Achilles. So clearly he couldn't move as much as he was moving before. And I was like, I don't get this. Like, what are you doing? Like, I need to know what you're doing because I need to do this. And so he told me about this crazy stuff called Shakeology, and he told me about his wife doing this health coaching thing. And I was like, you know what? I need to check this out. So Marsha and I got up on a call. I'm pretty sure I signed up that night. I'm pretty sure I had no hesitation for some apparent reason, I should. And this comes down to the fact, and I'm really honest when I tell people this, I had $200 to my name when I started Beachbody. I did not have anything in my savings. I had nothing. So I banked on this for myself, and I realized how much I needed to invest in myself. My challenge pack was it was pretty expensive, and normally they aren't as expensive as the one that I bought because apparently I just wanted to buy the most expensive one. So that's just how it went. But
which one did you use?
I don't know, but it was like $180. I have no idea. Like, it came out to almost like $190, and I was like, I'm crazy. But clearly 2 years later, I'm still here. So that's probably a good sign.
Mine was 182.
I know. I don't know why. But the 21-day fix was not out yet. So for anyone who knows what that is, I didn't have that option at that time. So I bought it. Really have no idea what it was because I was doing Insanity anyways, which was awesome. So in the first month, I lost 30 pounds doing Insanity, and it changed like my mindset. Like, your health journey isn't going to be easy. Like, there's going to be days where you don't do the best that you can do, but it's about pushing yourself forward. And being a part of these accountability groups just changed the perspective of who I was. And I'm going to be honest, a lot of people don't know who I am anymore because they've never seen me be this optimistic. They've never seen me be this happy. They've never seen me this confident in my life because they grew up knowing the girl who I was, who was a victim in everything that I was a part of. I grew up with a background of, domestic abuse, emotional abuse, and turning into the person I am today wasn't in my cards. And I never wanted to be a statistic. So little side note, sorry, little downer right there, but like in the aspect, like, if I can do this, anybody can do this. I had life set against me. I had barely any money coming back, and I'm still here. And I think that's something that has really helped change me. So I started coaching, and this past April, I was able to leave my full-time job and replace it with just Beachbody. And it's been able to give, my husband and I the leap of faith to move down to Texas. We almost sold everything and just have like the stuff we got for my bridal shower and like the clothes and stuff that we had. And like, it's changed. It's so hard to put into words because it's been such a blessing. Like, these people that I'm with every day are my best friends. I can talk to Marsha, and it doesn't have to be Beachbody related every single day. It's just, you have this relationship that is so empowering because in most worlds, it's a competition. And who's going to get the better results? Who's going to get, the better paying job? Where I'm around people who lift me up every single day. And I think that's one of the coolest things that I could have ever done And right now I'm 60 pounds down officially today from the start of my journey. Have still some to go, but it's been the biggest blessing. So that's my story.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ashley. All right. So you've heard already, a little bit about where people are starting from, where they're coming from. Probably the biggest question that I get from people is how much time do I need to invest in this? And, I already have a full-time job. I don't have time. Most of the time people are starting as, part-time with Beachbody to supplement their income. Like Ashley worked a full-time job. Heather is a hygienist working a full-time job. And then you just work, an hour or two a day, until your income, is at the point where you can decide, you're in a transition where you can decide if you want to work Beachbody full time and leave your job and just pursue this. So if that's what you want, for me, that's kind of the perspective that I have because I joined for the business opportunity. So it's there for you if you want it. But, most of the time, me being a stay-at-home mom, that's not really the norm of people, getting started. They usually have other full-time jobs until they're able to switch over. So what makes Beachbody unique? There's a lot of other, I guess, I don't even know if I consider them competitors, but, there's a lot of other companies that have, sell shakes and things like that. But I really feel like Beachbody is unique because we offer the complete solution for people, for their health. With the nutrition of Shakeology is amazing. The fitness programs are proven effective. I've never worked out to anything more effective in my life. I would almost rather go run a half marathon than do some of the workouts that I do, even though they're only 30 minutes long, but they're effective. And the support, like Ashley was talking about with our accountability groups, us being able to offer, individualized one-on-one support with the customers that we're trying to help and that we are helping is really unique to something that we do. And their rewards program, being at Summit for the last 2 years and being able to watch, people be rewarded $100,000 or $25,000 for turning things around and gaining control of their health is just amazing. And I love that Beachbody does that for, the transformation stories. And people are getting awesome results. These programs work. Shakeology works. The trainers, they develop awesome programs that work. This is one of the coaches on our team. Her name is Amber. And, the physical transformations, that's just part of what we do. I really feel like, the Beachbody coaching really encompasses everything, that you can do to lead a healthy, fulfilling life. It's physical transformations and gaining control of your health, but it's also emotional, with the friendships that I've made and that we are able to make with this. When I started coaching, I wasn't on Facebook. I had no friends. Literally, it sounds pretty sad, but I really had no friends. It was family and that was it. And now some of the relationships and friendships that I've made are because of coaching. And I don't know, my life has just been so much more enriched and blessed by the friendships that I've made. And, being financially fit, we've been able to pay off all of our debt except for our mortgage. So, it encompasses everything. It really does truly change lives. So you might be asking yourself, I don't know if I'm qualified for this. We were really not professionals or experts in the nutritionist field or the fitness field. We don't need special certifications or things like that. The products and programs that we work with are developed by experts. Shakeology is an amazing product. We can really do some research and kind of dig into how it was developed and who developed it, and all the new performance line is also amazing. The workout programs are developed by professionals. So we basically, we provide those tools for our customers to use. And our role is to be their biggest encourager, their supporter, kind of help them get pointed in the right direction when they're trying to decide what program to use. Most coaches do use all of them, or they have access to a lot of them with the on-demand. So, we've used the programs before, so it's really, easy for me to be able to say, talk with somebody and kind of give them a really good recommendation for what they might be looking for. We don't have to be at our goal weight. And as a matter of fact, a lot of the best coaches maybe are still in their journey and really, sharing their progress and their transformation with their customers. And there's just something really motivating and inspiring to be able to see the products working for somebody. So, don't ever feel like, well, I don't have the perfect body. A lot of us don't have the perfect body. And quite frankly, probably, you're never going to wake up one day and say, oh, I met my goal and I'm going to stop working out now. It's a lifelong habit and routine to be working out and eating healthy. So you don't have to be at your goal. And if you're in your journey, that's awesome. And you don't have to be an experienced salesperson. So if you are, on this call thinking, gosh, I don't have any sales experience. Well, probably neither do anybody else on this call. I don't have any sales experience. I tried Leah Sophia, or my mom did Leah Sophia. I did Mary Kay, and I failed miserably. I was not a salesperson. I hated selling makeup. And the idea of like having to travel and go to people's homes and host parties was something that I was really uncomfortable with. So basically what we do is we just share, what we are doing and how it's working for us. And that's going to naturally motivate and inspire other people to want to know more. Does anyone, you guys on the call too, if you guys have anything else you want to add, don't hesitate to jump in. Heather, Ashley, you guys have anything to add here?
No, that's good.
All right. So what we are, I'm very passionate. A lot of our team, we're very passionate and dedicated to really helping people achieve their goals. We consistently share how Beachbody can help change the lives of those we meet through building relationships and connecting with people. Like I said, when I meet someone, I just really care about them and want to get to know them. And if it comes up in conversation, that they're unhappy with their job or they're not happy about how they're feeling about their health or how their clothes are fitting, then I try to offer a solution for them to talk about, well, this has helped me, have you thought about this? We are committed to our own self-improvement, like Heather mentioned, and health by using the products and being proof that they work. So we're always constantly, putting ourselves first, which is a nice perk to the job, it's a job requirement to be working out and eating healthy and feeling good about ourselves, which is pretty amazing. And consistently improve and develop yourself through personal development. So something that Heather touched on too is just reading personal development daily, so that you're always learning and always growing, always a student. No matter where you're at, better is always there. So we're always, trying to just self-improve and be better for ourselves and our team and our customers. So the benefits, we've already talked about some of this stuff. We get to work our own hours, which is pretty amazing. You can transition from part-time to full-time working your business if that's your goal to grow a successful six-figure business. There is no cap on your earning potential, which is pretty amazing. And that was one of the things that I was kind of skeptical about when I first heard about this coaching opportunity. I thought, well, how can that really be? I remember having to, wait every year, for my performance review at work and just really hope that I was going to be offered a pay raise. And I just hated that feeling, like to have to justify why I deserved a pay increase. And so this idea of being in control of my own earning potential was pretty amazing. I really liked that about it, and I love that about it now. Like Ashley, stressed on, to join into a supporting, positive community of like-minded people, and Kat talked about this too. We are each other's, colleagues. We are there for each other, our biggest supporters. If there's something that's working for one of us in our business, we share that with other people so that it can help other people. It's not one of those things where, there's one person and it's like, oh, I'm not going to tell my secret. No, that's not what this is about. We're all, because the stronger we are as a team, the more people we're helping. And that's just going to accomplish our mission, to help more people lead healthy, fulfilling lives. So, the better we can be sharing with one another what's working, the better, our business is going to be. So, and travel. Who doesn't like to travel, right? So Beachbody offer a free trip every year called their Success Club trip. And that's a trip that coaches can earn for free. And I signed up, like I said, 2 years ago tomorrow. So in the time when I signed up, I thought, yeah, right, that's, not going to happen for me. I never win anything. And that, I didn't believe that could really happen, that I would earn a free trip. But I did in the months in August through December. I earned a free trip for Adam and I on our first ever cruise. And we went to Cancun, I believe. and a couple other stops, Grand Cayman. And it was just amazing to be able to get to meet finally, face-to-face people that I talk with every day on Facebook. And it was Adam's first experience with a company event, for him to get to actually like work out with the trainers and meet the trainers and, see Carl Deichler and listen to him talk and things like that. It was just an experience that I'll never forget. And then this last year it was in Cancun again at a resort, an all-inclusive, and I won that for Adam and I. And in March, I believe, they're going on a cruise again to Jamaica and Haiti. So, for those of you listening on this call, if you love to travel, you do have the possibility to earn that trip for you and a guest for next spring. So, and then there's other opportunities too. There's leadership in California and things like that. Summit was in Nashville this year. It's going to be in Nashville again next year. So there's a lot of fun travel with what we do. All right, so rewards and earnings. You might be wondering at this point, how do I earn by helping people? A lot of my customers sign up as a free customer. Granted, I'm not earning any income from them when they're a free customer and they're not using a product. But my goal is not to sell, it's to share and help people. So regardless of what their goals are, I can get them pointed in the right direction. When they're ready to make an investment in their health, then I can make a good recommendation for them. Like Heather said, your income really is a direct reflection on the number of lives that you impact and the number of people that you're helping. So if you're helping a lot of people, your income is going to be, you're going to be earning more income than if you're not helping as many. So it is commission based. So you earn 25% of the sales that go through your website. When a coach enrolls, they're automatically given 3 websites. Beachbody manages them. We don't have to do anything with them other than personalize it with like our profile picture, our contact information. They do all of the upkeep and maintaining of our websites. So we have that link to give to our customers when they're ready for a free membership or if they want to make a purchase. There's also, the compensation plan's a binary structure. So it gets pretty complex for, someone just starting out learning about this. And I'll do my best to explain kind of the general overview. But if you want to dig into it more, I can be happy to do that with you on a one-on-one. But there's also team cycle bonus. So when you start advancing in rank, you're going to be able to earn cycle bonus based on your volume in your business. So you have a weak leg and a strong leg, which might seem foreign to you, but just know that your whole team is helping you build volume on that strong leg. So you're not kind of, doing this on your own. Our team is very strong and we're adding coaches and we're building and growing our team. So you're going to have a lot of volume helping you on your strong leg. And then there's the star diamond bonuses. So every quarter, you're eligible for a star diamond bonus starting at 2-star and up. And that gets pretty substantial. So there's a 2-star bonus, a 5-star, a 10-star, and a 15-star. And the stars mean basically, like I said when I started, how many diamond coaches you have on your team. So you get rewarded for being able to duplicate your success and also help people grow successful businesses and advance in their rank too. And then free trips, like I talked about, leadership trips, daily opportunities for personal growth. We have weekly calls from corporate on Monday mornings, the National Wake Up Call, which last week was Sean T. himself was talking. We've had Autumn on the calls. Top coaches will talk about their best practices and tips for us to learn from. And then monthly incentive gifts and recognition. So from corporate, they will send out monthly gifts for those people working their business and earning Success Club. Okay, so what I want to share with you next is, sometimes it's nice to see actual numbers, and Heather shared her income. I also want to share my income growth over the course. And like I said, I joined for the business opportunity. So my income might look different for somebody that, joined more for the help with their health and fitness goals and had a slower start. But the day that I signed, I knew that I needed to earn income. It was a huge stretch, like Ashley was saying, for me to even afford my challenge pack. We had no money, and I wanted to do everything that I could in my power to be able to pay myself back for my investment and earn some money in that first month. So this is what I'm going to share with you where I was at. All right, so 2 years ago, tomorrow is when I signed. In my first month as coach, I earned a little over $350. To us back then, Adam and I were just talking about this, my husband, the other night. Like, I remember that first month, and when we calculated how much we earned, we were feeling pretty good about that, that we didn't end up in the negative, that we were able actually to earn money that first month. And by month 2, we earned over $1,000. That was our mortgage for our second month in the business. And to us, that was humongous. And I think that really that second month lit my fire. Like, I knew that this was going to work. I saw the potential. I knew I wasn't going to earn a lot of money right away, but if I continued doing what I was going to do, just with the compound effect, it was going to pay off later for me down the road. So I pushed hard. I got out of my comfort zone. I met a lot of new people because I didn't have any friends, remember? So I met a lot of people, made friends, started really helping people. I started a fit club. I did a whole bunch of different things right away, early in my business to be able to get me where I am at today. And then as month 7, I was a diamond coach. I was still kind of stuck between that, 12 to not quite $2,000 a month. But then once I hit a year in, I was over, 2,000 in the month. And then, between 12 and 18 months, it really took off and compounded from there. So, month 18, I was earning, how much is that a week? I had like 2,000 a week. So I was a 6-figure earner then by a year and a half into the business. So it's pretty exciting to me to see, where I started and where I was and where I am currently. And Adam and I are able to dream and talk about, living our life really truly by design. Like Heather was saying, we were on vacation last month and, we had the flexibility and freedom to be able to extend our stay because the kids were having a lot of time. We didn't get to do everything that we wanted to do while we were gone. And we're like, let's just see if they have another, if we can stay in the room another night. And we were able to do that. And I was still able to work my business and support my team and support my challengers. As long as I have an internet connection, I have a phone and a computer, I can work wherever I want. Next year, Adam wants to retire from his job and work his passion, which is a studio potter. So, it's exciting to think about him also living his passion because of the decision that I made to live mine. So, all right, what to expect from our team? We've kind of talked about, our team culture being supporting and encouraging and passionate. We do support our team members as much as we can, as best as we can. We have weekly team calls, which are on a Zoom chat like we're doing tonight. So I use this format for our team calls as well. Once you are enrolled as a coach, you have access to an online office called your Coach Online Office. And in there is everything and anything you would need to know about the ins and outs of coaching. So it's really helpful. It's a lot of information. A lot of coaches are feeling, I felt really overwhelmed when I first started because it is so much information, but quite honestly, it's kind of reassuring because that you have the information right literally at your fingertips. Any questions that you have, you can have access. There's an FAQ. There's, phone number to coach relations. You have access to your upline for help. So there's always support and always places for you to go to get your questions asked. We have the team pages on Facebook. So like our accountability groups, we also have coach team pages. Team building events for the local coaches. We get together face-to-face. Our new coach training academy starts this Monday, August 3rd. So it's good timing for any of you guys. If you're thinking about starting, you jump right into our coach training. And that's a 30-day training that I run every first Monday of the month. And then after that, there's, additional training. It's ongoing. There's always a training group that you can get plugged into every month. So the goal of the first month is to help you build your business to Emerald rank and help you achieve Success Club. And then the second month training is to help you build your business to Ruby or Diamond rank. And then, then you'd be added to other Diamond group pages on Facebook and things like that. So there's always help for you to go to the next level in your business. Like I mentioned, there's a national wake-up call every Monday morning that you just call into and your end is muted and you just listen to the call. You also have access to our uplines calls. And this is one thing that I really got plugged into right away. I never missed a team call. I still don't. We are part of the #1 team in the entire network of Beachbody, which is pretty exciting. So there's over 300 some thousand coaches in the network. We're on the #1 team. So it's pretty amazing. And we're duplicating, her success. She has a lot of elite coaches on her team. We have access to all of her same trainings that she provides to her coaches. So you really are learning from the best of the best. We've run like blitz groups for our coaches, people who just want to accelerate their business with other top 10 coaches. So we have access to all of that. And, those coaches are on our team, which is pretty exciting. All right. So at this point you might be wondering, well, how do I join if I really want to do this? There's 4 different ways for you to enroll as a coach. And for any of you listening on, I would really like you to get in touch with the coach who invited you onto this call to figure out which way is the best way for you to go. But I'll go over quickly what the options are for you. The most common way is to enroll with a challenge pack. Because there is a $40 coach fee that's waived when you do it with a challenge pack. And then also that gives you the Shakeology to be able to use for your own health benefits, and also share that with people on your friends list or people that you're talking to about Shakeology and the challenge pack. You have the product, so you want to be a product of the product and be using it so you can talk about it. And then you also have the fitness program. And it's at an extreme discount. So when you bundle pack them together in a challenge pack, they're at a discounted price. And when you enroll as a coach, that's the last opportunity you get to take advantage of that savings. So that's why, for me, that's the best value for a person's money to do it that way. You can use an existing challenge pack. So if you're a customer on this call and you say, well, I just bought a challenge pack a month ago, I really don't think I need another one. You can enroll with your existing challenge pack. What you would do is you just log into your Team Beachbody account, click the coach tab, and then pay that $40 coach enrollment fee. And then there's a form to submit for reimbursement. So you'd pay it up front, but then you get it back. And then you'd be a coach. You can also do it with Shakeology Home Direct. So you could enroll as a coach with Shakeology Home Direct. I've never done it that way because for me, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because you're going to end up paying more that way than if you do it with a challenge pack and get a fitness program. So Shakeology Home Direct is going to cost someone $130 plus, it's going to be like $170, because with the Shakeology and the $40 coach enrollment fee, $170. So again, your better bet would be just to use a challenge pack. You can go into, you go into Team Beachbody and, create your account or whatever, and then just pay the $40 coach fee. That's probably another least common way people do it, because you're not getting any product for your money. So it's basically kind of like giving Beachbody your money for nothing, and you're not getting anything back. You have no product, you have no Shakeology. So you do have 30 days from the date that if you decide to do it that way, you have 30 days from the date that you do it to upgrade to a challenge pack, and then still get that $40 reimbursed. So, that is an option for you if you want to go that route. And I guess I just want to, close with, love the life you live and live the life you love. I love that quote. And I just can honestly say, like, before Beachbody, I never had goals. I never had dreams. I was just very complacent and accepted my circumstances. And I don't know if it's the way I grew up or where I grew up or what that is, but I just never, expected anything great for myself. And coaching really has opened my eyes, and it made me realize that, just one person, if you decide to do this, you can change so many people's lives and have a positive impact in more ways than you'd ever imagine. I talked about this last night at my first Super Saturday that I hosted, which is a quarterly event that Beachbody puts on. I remember looking around the room and I was so emotional and just like bawled, because me making that decision 2 years ago to start this crazy thing called coaching online, which I knew nothing about social media, and being able to have that positive impact and meet so many amazing people and make that kind of impact on the lives of other people is just really, truly something that I feel blessed, to be here. And I couldn't imagine myself doing anything different. So I just want to thank you guys for making the call, and then I'm going to open it up to you guys for any questions, or if you want to go back and look at any other slides or talk about anything or ask any specific coach on the call any questions or things like that. So you guys know how to unmute yourselves. So if you want to go ahead and do that, and then just let me know if you have any questions, or let us know. I'm going to take the screen share off too. All right, guys. Who has questions? Kim or Pete? I know you guys maybe had some.
Hi there, this is Kim.
Hey, Kim.
I guess I just have, how did you learn to navigate social media? And if you didn't have like a Facebook account or wasn't very active on it, how did you learn that so quickly to transform your knowledge to make it so successful for you?
That's a good question. You know, I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure stuff out. So I started with Facebook, and I started a like page pretty quickly on in my business. So I wanted a fan page. And I really just posted 3 to 5 times a day on my Facebook page. And I tried to add as many friends as I could to be able to meet people. And once I started helping people, which happened pretty quickly, I started with my warm market, my close family and friends. And then I had one friend who I met like in my 2nd or 3rd month of coaching who had a lot of friends. And so she really helped me get my fit club going and get a lot of people coming to my fit club that I did that fall. And just from there, like once you start helping people, it's really a domino ripple effect. Those people get really good results, and their friends and family ask what they're doing, and they want a part of it. And when they get really good results, then they're motivated to want to coach, and they just experience our coaching culture, being in our groups, and they want part of it. They don't want to leave. So I don't know. I mean, Ashley, do you have anything to add to that? I mean, we all kind of start out the same way, like the same place. Like we're always learning and always a student. And I don't feel like I'm an expert by any means. I've since extended my social media presence to Pinterest. I have a blog, YouTube. I'm trying to develop YouTube. So it's not that I necessarily know everything about it. I know enough to help me be successful in my business and to teach other people about it. So does that answer your question? Or Ashley, do you have anything to add to that?
A few things that I did was kind of looked at people that I followed already on Facebook and what made them appealing to me. I grew up with a little bit of a media background just because I was a media manager at a Bible camp a long time ago, but just kind of trying new things. So when I look at like camera angles and just how to put things, like it's not easy, but it's, what is going to be more attractive? Like I'm very, authentic. Like I'm clearly on a journey. I'm working on my chin right now because I want this chin to be thinner, but I'm also really authentic though too, because I'm not going to not ever post full body pictures. I love my selfies, and that's how my family knows me now, is by my selfies. But just taking that time to just play around, I think was a big thing for me, and just kind of looking at, if I'm going to post this, are people going to look at it? Like, is it blurry? Okay, people probably aren't going to know what this is. So taking clear shots, I think, was a big step for me right away, that like I was kind of just making it known, okay, if I'm taking a picture of my personal development book that I'm reading, I want them to know what the title is. And also being just real with yourself. Like when I first started, I posted probably a lot about Beachbody instead of like just what I was doing. So I'm reading my personal development. I'm drinking, my superfoods every day. I'm doing a workout. And that was one big thing, I guess. Actually, Marsha, that was a big thing. When I first started coaching, I actually did like day 1 of insanity, day 2 of insanity, day 3, day 4, day 5, and I did for the whole entire first month. So people were cheering me on the whole entire way. And I think that kind of was like, there are going to be people out there that were like, okay, she's going to fail. Like, when is she going to fail? But I was like, no, I'm proving these people wrong. Like, I'm going to do this. So
I don't know if we're hitting on your question though, Kim. Are you wondering about like knowing what to post or how to use social media to find people?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So basically, there's a lot of ways that you gain customers. Okay. When you are meeting Success Club every month, you get Beachbody lead. So that's when like anybody calls on the infomercial or they order off of the Beachbody website, they're given a free random health coach. So we get those customers to help and work with, right? And then a lot of it's referrals. You start with your warm market of friends. And when you're consistent, like what Ashley was talking about, when you're posting about what you're doing on your timeline, people kind of think of you as, the go-to person for their health and fitness needs. And that's just, every day I'm posting about my workout. I'm taking pictures of my food so that people think of me when they're struggling or if they need a change or if they're looking for help. So in the other way is I talk about it. I message people and I let them know what I'm doing. I invite them to my next challenge group, or I invite them like, you're on tonight, a call to learn about coaching. So I'm not afraid to share with people what we do so that they know, and then they can decide if it's for them or not. Okay. But I'm always adding people. I'm always like, for my like page today, I'm having some new tracking goals for myself because I haven't been very good at tracking my business. But today I started and I added 12 new contacts to my Facebook page just from people who found me on my like page. So if I continue to do that every day, that's, how many 10 times 30 days in a month, that's 300 new friends that I've made in the month of August if I do this every single day. So, okay. People are on social media. What's that?
I said it definitely helps because I'm on Facebook, but very rarely right now, like once, maybe twice a week. So it would definitely be a lifestyle change.
Yep. And it's, you think of it as your business. So I wasn't on Facebook before because I thought it was the dumbest thing ever. But when I started coaching, for me, Facebook is my business. It's my storefront for my business. So I don't go on there, to socialize necessarily or just to scroll the news feed mindlessly. I go in with intent, and the same as with Pinterest. It's for my business. I've had people find me on Facebook through Pinterest. My blog hasn't quite taken off yet, but I'm pretty new to being on there too. Instagram, I've started Instagram a little bit. But all that stuff, those take time. So that's why for me, Facebook seemed the easiest to really get going with that first, and continue that as the other, the social media avenues are picking up and taking off. So.
Sure. Okay. Thank you.
You bet. That was a good question though. Anybody else have anything? All right. Was this helpful? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Hope thumbs up.
Hi, Marsha.
Hello.
Hi, this is Pete Stevens. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Actually, Kim asked the questions I had. I guess before we disconnect is I wanted to spend maybe a little bit more time with you one-on-one. I'm definitely interested in joining the team.
Okay. I'll give you a call afterwards. If you just want to message me your phone number, I can give you a call.
Yeah, I can do that. Sure.
All right. Sounds awesome. All right. So if no one else has anything else, I'll let you go tonight. But if you have any further questions or, want to join our team, our next coach group starts on Monday, get in touch with the person who invited you on the call. I'm just really happy to share with you guys what we do and hope you in our team page. So, all right. Thanks for joining me, guys.
Thank you.
Yep. We'll talk
Thanks,
to you
Marsha.
soon.
Thanks, Ashley and Kat.